I help busy and overwhelmed mums cut down on stress and introduce more peace and joy to their life. Toxins removed from around our brain. Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Miranda from Peaceful Living with Miranda, and I help women, mums, really build their own well-being and that of their children. Now, I really love being up here. I love sharing the parenting tips that I've done in the past. There will be those interspersed with women's well-being as we move forward, because it's all about lowering stress for women, for us, especially working women, and actually helping us build our own well-being so that we can be there for our children, ourselves, our partners, our mums, our dads, our whoever else is relying on us, and be there and do it without burning out. All right, so there's some of the things I'm going to be sharing on this channel. Today's topic is how to stop feeling insecure. So we're going to jump straight into that. It's more for the mums than it is for the kids. So let's jump into it straight away. How do we stop feeling insecure? Now, first of all, most of you will have seen people that you think, wow, they're so confident, they must never have been insecure. How do they manage it? Where do they get that sort of self-peace? Okay, those people have done one of two things. Either A, they've learned to mask it really well, because we all feel insecure at some point, or B, have actually found self-compassion and found some peace within themselves that then comes through onto the outside. Okay, now these are the sort of things we're going to be talking about today. I've got three strategies for you to start working on to stop feeling insecure, because it is so important. If we're an insecure parent, if we're an insecure mother, then that our kids can quite often pick up on that, and A, it feeds into their feelings of insecurity. They can feel insecure, and B, it can increase power struggles because the child's trying to make something feel secure, so they decide that they're going to do it over time. Okay, there's a little bombshell. Okay, and the other reason that being insecure is really unhelpful for our kids is because they need a strong leader. Our kids need someone who's going to be standing up for them and making them feel secure by showing them that they can be strong enough to stand up to whatever the world throws at them. All right, does that mean we never have emotions? Does that mean we never feel sad or never show them our weaknesses? Of course not. But by and large, we want to help our kids feel secure by giving them that feeling that we actually feel secure in ourselves. All right, so that's why we're sharing this topic today. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, the first strategy, or the first little tidbit that I'm going to share with you, is to stop making comparisons. Okay, stop looking at those people, those mums on Instagram, and go, oh, they've got everything. I haven't got anything. They've got a clean house. You can see this. You can't see all the stuff that's all around me, right? And it's exactly the same with a lot of those Insta mums, TikTok mums, people who are making themselves look beautiful on camera, all that different stuff. Lots and lots of people that we compare ourselves with mentally and even subconsciously without even knowing it, by looking at this stuff all the time, means that we're comparing ourselves, and it makes us feel inferior, or can make us feel inferior. Okay, even if you're looking at it. So for myself, I would call myself a reasonably secure person. If I'm looking at that stuff all the time, I find that I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try this different makeup technique. Oh, maybe I'd like to do this. And that's okay. But you can already become aware of the insecurities creeping in and going, oh, I don't really look. That sort of stuff can really start to creep in without us knowing it. Okay, so if you're really worried about a certain element of your looks, or your parenting, or your relationship with your child, don't search all the people that have got the opposite and have the most perfect life ever. But by the same token, don't search all the people that are having a really sarcastic, really cynical time with their child either. Okay, because that's also not what we're going for. Okay, so stop making comparisons. Stop looking up the perfect people and expecting you're going to be like them, because you are perfect as you are. Second thing, spending time noticing your negative thoughts. This is really huge, and something that I do quite often with my clients. Okay, so stopping, or not necessarily stopping just yet. We're not at the stopping bit. We're at the noticing part. Now, lots and lots of people know that you can't actually help things like depression, mental health stuff, you can't help those things, and anything in the world, even if it's weight or anything, unless you see what the problem is and you become aware of the scope of it, you actually can't do much to change it. Okay, when I'm at school, when I'm teaching kids, or when I'm with my own kids, if I am not aware of the problem or the learning thing that I need to be teaching them, then it's very hard to teach them, right? Same with self, same with mental space. If you are not aware that you, or where or how you are making these self-judging, self-negative comments in your head, then how are you actually going to change them? All right, so what we need to do is to become aware of them. So this is what I want you to do. When you find yourself feeling insecure, I want you to think about when. I want you to think about where. I want you to think about who you were looking at, what you were looking at. I want you to think about what you were thinking about, and think of your mind like a dialogue. Okay, so what we want to do is become more aware of what our mind is saying. Okay, so one of the things I do with my with all of my business stuff is I actually sometimes get voice to text. Okay, so I get them my voice to text videos or my podcasts, and I pop them up on my blog. So if you want to read instead of listen, that's fine, because everyone has different modalities. All right, so what I do is that, but it's really interesting looking at what I say in text form. Oh, it's really challenging sometimes. Okay, so what I'm talking about is doing that mentally and sort of being aware of what you're actually saying, even in text form, in your head. Once you start to realize that, you go, wow, I would never say that to anyone else. Or it can be really like, whoa, burn, settle down. But once we become aware of where we have got those negative thoughts, those insecure thoughts like you're never going to be good enough, you always fail at things like this, your face doesn't look anywhere near as beautiful as hers, you've got bad regrowth, you've got this going on, you're a terrible parent, you can never achieve anything you set out to because you were when you were a kid, someone treated you badly. All of that, so you've got trauma is a big one, okay, that I come up against. All right, not you've got trauma, you experienced trauma. You haven't got trauma, you experienced. They're the sort of word changes that I remember hearing someone talk about the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so 100% true. Okay, so spend time noticing your negative thoughts, but there has to be one huge caveat here. You are not allowed to self-judge. You're just being impartial. You're just going, oh, I'm thinking this. You're not thinking, I'm thinking this, I'm so bad, I'm so terrible. No, you're just thinking, this is what I'm thinking. Where can we change? Where can we make some changes? What needs to change out of this? All right, so that's the second one on how to stop feeling insecure. Spend time noticing your negative thoughts without self-judgment, and start noticing where you might like to drop a pin of change in there. Okay, and the next step is actually changing, but this is some of the work that needs to be done beforehand, as I mentioned. Okay, before we get to number 3, I would just love to invite you to like this video if it's giving you anything, any sort of woohoo drop-in moments. And I'd really, really love you to subscribe to my channel if you would like to. Okay, my website is peacefullivingwithmiranda.org, and there's lots of things jumping up on there all the time. One of the things that I am setting up at this moment, okay, my first one for the public is going to be next month in August. I am setting up Women's Wellbeing Gathering. So basically that's a virtual, once a month, everyone jump on and we'll run through some wellbeing activities, probably some breathing activities as well. And then we're going to actually be running up with a bit of a plan and accountability for how you're going to manage your wellbeing for the coming month and how it's been for the previous month. Okay, so what I'm seeing around me all the time are people that don't always have enough money for coaching, and also really still want to get their well-being going on, but also don't have a lot of time. So that's what I thought, once a month, an hour, and it's something you can do towards your well-being that is going to be consistent, not overbearingly costly. Of course, you can jump into coaching with me in different manners or whatever when you need to and if you want to, but that's what it's going to be, and it's going to be really affordable. So don't forget to check out the website, peacefullivingwithmiranda.org, in order to find out when those that wellbeing gathering is happening every month. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So my third and final so far tip on how to stop feeling insecure is to journal. Okay, so journaling, you might think, journaling's always said. Well, it is always said because it's actually really important. All right, so we were talking before about noticing your negative thoughts and putting them into text. That's really helpful. But one of the major things that really helps with downloading negative feelings or positive feelings or any feelings, downloading your thoughts, okay, and understanding yourself is in journaling, because you're writing your thoughts down and you're writing what you think down, okay? Just let it flow out. Doesn't always, but you can try. Okay, and then you can actually really start to understand where you're coming from and what your goals are and all those sorts of things. Okay, journaling is 100% epic and I love it. In fact, so much so that I have created my own self-discovery journal for my coaching clients. So if you would like to jump on and grab that, anyone can grab that at any time. It's on Amazon at the moment. There will be a link down below in the description. Okay, it's called Self-Discovery Journal. If you want to find out more about that, please pop below and grab it. Super affordable and really, really fun as well. Okay, it takes you through 28 days of self-discovery. Now, journaling, why is it so important? Because again, as I said, you download your brain basically onto some paper, and then you go, wow, this is really, really, really interesting, reading back over what I've written. So my recommendation is you write every day for a week, and then you read back over what you've written, and then you go, wow. So on that day you don't write, you sort of swap your writing time, your 5 minutes, 10 minutes of writing time for actually reading what you wrote last time and over the week. And then you can really start to see patterns that are coming out. You can start to see people in your life that start to pop back up again. Okay, and it's very, very, very enlightening to see what you've write. All right, so there you go. They're my 3 tips. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Do not forget to share this with a friend if you would like to. Okay, anything else you want to find out about, ask about, see, anything you want to have a little find out about the fact I've just released my first fantasy ebook. I'm so excited about, excuse me, I'm so excited about that. And that's on Amazon as well. It's on Kindle. Anyway, I love helping women with this sort of stuff so that they can be the parents they want to be to their kids. Okay, yes, I'm still sharing parenting tips, but I don't want you to feel insecure today. I want you to feel like you are a worthy, amazing, encouraged human being by walking away from this video. I would love to know, has that happened for you today? Do you feel encouraged? Do you feel like this is something you can do? Or does it feel like something that you need help with? If it is, pop me a message, whatever you want, but comment below. Do you think this is something that you can do? Is this helpful? I'd love to know. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Bye.